we're not sitting here bitching about the stuff that we always bitch about. Now it's like, let's figure out how to play some defense and go win some ball games. And we're so ahead of schedule. And like, I got ahead of myself a little bit, but I still don't feel like I'm very far ahead of myself.
All right, guys. Obviously, a crazy game in San Francisco. Also, the Bears clinching NFC North this year. So, a lot to get to in today's episode. We're also joined by Kyle Long. Great first 5 minutes off the show.
Yep.
Off the top of the show. And hope you guys enjoy it. But before we get into it, obviously, we got to talk about the great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Turn your holiday time into Miller time by enjoying a Miller Lite in a place where you're free to enjoy yourself. Maybe on a walk with a cousin, maybe in the garage with an old high school flame, a dinner party turn late night hang. It is the taste you can depend on. A great beer, trusted by beer lovers for 50 years. Miller Lite is brewed for taste. Simply put, it just hits different, Chief.
Dude, let me tell you about that 1 o'clock Christmas beer with your brother.
Yeah.
Does not get better than that. Running out to the garage fridge, get those Millers going, you crack them, and, I hope people have them responsibly on New Year's Eve, too.
Absolutely. So the best holiday beers are the ones you don't expect. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/stretch to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere that they sell beer. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Shout out to Miller Lite, everybody. Let's get into the stretch. All right, everybody, welcome to the stretch. Big Cat and Dave are out, so Chief and I are joined by our friend Kyle Long. Kyle, literally, not even 5 minutes ago, the Bears just lost to the 49ers, so this is a rapid reaction. Kyle, first off, thanks for doing this. Second off, what a fucking game.
Yeah, absolutely. Came away impressed with a lot of things about the Bears. Came away with some, obviously some concerns about some parts of our football team. But I would say the good after coming away with a loss there outweighs the bad. And the defensive stuff is fixable. It might not be fixable in the next 6 weeks, but I'll tell you what. If it's not in concrete now that Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson are your quarterback head coach moving forward and that we have a real superstar at the quarterback position, then I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I don't know what you want to see. I don't know who you can point your finger to out there and say this guy will be a better option, but we got our quarterback, and that's a victory in and of itself. I mean, you saw it tonight, Chris Collinsworth talking about 6 wins in the last 2 minutes. Nobody's ever done it in the National Football League. There's something special we're witnessing in Chicago. And this game was reminiscent of that, a little bit reminiscent of the Rams-Chiefs game that was kind of the Patrick Mahomes hello world moment. And, for football fans, there was hello world for both quarterbacks tonight, which was exciting.
Yeah, I think we were all stunned sitting in the cave being like the Bears are actually in a shootout. Like, what planet, what year is this? What planet is this? The fact that they have it and – getting the ball back 2 minutes and 15 seconds left, I had confidence. I was like, all right, I'm glad we have time here. Let's get 3 timeouts, 2 minutes, 15 seconds. I believe in Caleb to lead this team down, and he basically did it. He had the one miss to Duvernay.
He did it.
He did it. Yeah.
Okay, so they blew the miss out of proportion.
Yeah, and then he had a couple of drops go against him too. But
the 2 drops were massive.
Yeah.
And it speeds up. We deserved an Caleb Williams earned and deserved an unhurried low red zone opportunity with multiple cracks in the end zone, and he didn't get it.
Yeah.
I promise you Colston Loveland won't drop another one like that.
Yeah.
And I promise you Luther Burden's going to look into the next one. And those guys have been fantastic for us all season long, and this isn't to spit on them, but if you want to go places and do things, you got to make big time plays and big time moments. And Collinsworth even said, I think the Bears would rather be in their situation than the Niners situation. And we're all kind of like, yeah, of course, because we've seen it happen this year, but you need to make those plays down the stretch.
Yeah. And it just sucks for Burden too. Cause I don't know what.
That's kind of my story of the game right now. It sucks we fucking lost. Want to win that game, but you need that guy.
You need that guy. So he went down injured. I don't know.
They just said he got carted off.
Oh, fuck.
It sounds like hamstring, apparently. But yeah, not good.
And he did have the big drop, but that was his coming out party too. They went to him in big spots on that drive. The 4th down, the play where he juked the guy out of his shoes twice to pick up that first down to keep the drive going. He was sensational tonight. He looks like a star in the making. if you can he's got to be healthy for this playoff run. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's
like
a stud.
He has become such an essential piece here, really in the last month, because he took a little while to get going. But it's like you can't really picture this offense in the passing game, certainly without him now.
No.
I feel like in the league, you have teammates that your coach may or may not trust that for whatever reason. You're a young guy, you haven't been in a million meetings, and you haven't spoken this language of football. Everybody and their mama knew Luther Burden had juice coming in or coming out of the draft. And I covered him on our pod with CBS, and there were red flags, and, it's like the hot crazy scale.
Yeah.
We're finding out that he is way hotter than he may be nuts, but he's way hotter than he is crazy.
Yeah.
And I think that out of a necessity with the injuries, obviously in the receiver room, Rome Odunze being on the sideline, a number of things happening to this offense, he's had to step up. And it's clear that him and Caleb have a chemistry. And I think it's important to point out that guys like him guys like Luther Burden III are at a premium in the National Football League. Short area winners, give them the football in their hand and watch them make plays after the catch. It used to be go run a 9 route and I'm going to put that ball perfectly in on the receiver. You remember that was like when we were growing up, that was how they played offense, right? That's how I played Madden.
Yeah.
Now everything's changed. Everything's mesh concepts or the little whip routes on the outside, finding a way to win one-on-one matchups and then embarrassing somebody after you catch it. So like the pieces are all there. We've got a number of different archetypes on the offense as far as pass catchers, running backs, obviously the offensive line. We're not sitting here bitching about the stuff that we always bitch about. Now it's like, let's figure out how to play some defense and go win some ball games. And we're so ahead of schedule. And like, I got ahead of myself a little bit, but I still don't feel like I'm very far ahead of myself. 42-38 on the road in a primetime game with half your team having the flu is pretty damn good, guys.
Against one of the best teams in the NFL.
And Kyle, you can speak to this. I was kind of assuming a little bit of an emotional letdown. You've clinched the division. You just beat the Packers. You're traveling all the way to the West Coast. Like, it felt like a natural letdown spot. Maybe that's more of a college thing than an NFL thing, but I would not have been surprised if they went out and lost by 2 scores today. But they showed up ready to play. So were you anticipating a little bit of that heading out west?
Well, at this point in the year, as you guys know, being where you're at in the United States of America, you can't really go outside and hang out and be very comfortable. Yeah. I always enjoyed the late season trip to the West Coast. It was like my favorite trip. We go to in San Francisco in particular. I remember in like 2014, we went out there and opened Levi's Stadium and whipped their ass. And like, we just had more juice because we were in the sunshine for the first time.
Yeah.
So while I feel like there is truth to what you're saying, this team is just, I don't know who they are yet. And they're proving to us, they are capable of doing some dangerous things. And I haven't been in the Ben Johnson meeting, but I can promise you they weren't flat getting on the plane, and they didn't look flat coming out with the pick 6. And, what was it, 11 touchdowns between the two teams. Those teams were ready to play, both teams, and both really well coached. That was a master class on pre-snap motion by Kyle Shanahan all day. And then just like Ben Johnson, obviously breeding confidence into Caleb. It's a lot of fun to watch. But yeah, let down, I don't know. I just think we're at the point in the season where it's fucking hard to get out of bed and go do the things you want to do physically.
You let off saying there were some concerning things that you didn't really like. I assume that was on the defensive side of the ball, or what do you got from that angle?
Yeah, well, obviously on the defensive side of the ball, you got to stop you got to make some stops. I'm not looking for the 85 Bears out there, but finding a way to stop the bleeding, finding a way to not allow Brock Purdy to scramble and score, finding a way to not allow a 5-yard run turn into a 15-yard run or the 40-yard run for Christian McCaffrey. Those are the things that you can kind of stop the bleeding on. And I always remember Vic Fangio talking about bend but don't break. And, they're going to get yards. They're going to get 5-yard chunks, but they're going to have to do it 30 times in order to score. There can't be these explosive plays. I think that's really my takeaway. And then obviously getting to Brock Purdy, you have to be able to rush the passer in this league if you want to have that razor's edge on defense. And that's the best way to play complementary football. Score, sack the quarterback, get the ball back, score again. And if you can't, then it's just a 3-point shooting contest.
So Mel Tucker was the DC your first year, right?
Yes, he was.
So yeah, I don't think this defense is as poor as that one, respectfully. But what's that like as an offense? Because our offense your rookie year was fucking humming, where you just know it's going to be a track meet every time. Like, does it kind of get to you at some point?
I've made comparisons to this team and our 2013 team, and people think I'm fucking insane. And while I am insane, Mark Trestman was a brilliant offensive mind. And the difference between him and Ben, in my opinion, was he couldn't lead from the front of the room like Ben can. And it doesn't take anything away from Mark Trestman's football acumen. The guy was brilliant. We had answers to every test offensively. We'd get off the bus and we'd say, we could score 35 today, like maybe 42. But we couldn't stop many people. Yeah. And it wasn't one of those things that kept you up at night because we were so good on offense. And that's why I think this team is confident. They're like, we got you, defense. Like, we got you. And we know that every once in a while, there's going to be an interception in there. And tonight was no different. It just wasn't enough in the end.
Yeah, you had that one interception taken away, too, with the C.J. Gardner hands to the face. Mm-hmm. That would have been a red zone stop. That would have been...
Got a little handsy.
Yeah.
That's what you got. That's what happens when you're dropping into zone and you got 3 guys around you. It's like, I better punch one of these guys in the face.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, that to me is the first time this year because they've been bend don't break a lot this whole year, and then they're making that play. Do you think the difference was tonight, like that was the best offense that this defense has played in, I don't know, forever?
This offense is humming right now. The San Francisco 49ers, with or without Trent Williams, with or without George Kittle. I mean, shit, you saw Tonjes in there just balling.
Yeah, Ricky Pearsall,
Ricky Pearsall. Yeah. Somebody guard that white guy that's 30 yards down the field.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Nashawn looked lost trying to cover him.
Yeah.
It was Tonjes, it was McCaffrey, and it was Pearsall. It was the 3 ninjas. Remember that movie? It was the 3 white kids out there.
Rocky Colton Tum Tum,
Yeah, that was them. Those motherfuckers were out tonight, buddy. Yeah. They had those masks out tonight.
Yeah. No, you're right, man. That was
And Brock Purdy. Can we just for a second give our flowers to Brock Purdy, who, I mean, and never more evident than the number 1 pick, Golden Boy Caleb Williams, our guy, our quarterback, QB1, going against Mr. Irrelevant. And Mr. Irrelevant is out there making it like can't miss television. He is fun to watch, bro. And Mac Jones played well for a couple games, and people were like, maybe keep Mac. Screw that, bro. Yeah. Brock Purdy can ball.
He can. That play where he hit the brakes and he made Austin Booker miss.
2 guys.
Yeah, and it was Billing was the other guy, which I'm not going to fault.
Are you talking for the touchdown?
Yeah, I'm not going to fault Big Bill. You know what I mean? Yeah. But he the way he hit the brakes like that was fucking. It was
Big Bill.
It was Top like Gun, that. Dude. It was.
Yeah, Big Bill's. Yeah. That's why I'm not going to fault him.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, but that was like the Tom Cruise Top Gun move. You just throw on the brakes and let him fly right by. That was like the play where like this guy is just totally in control. Mm-hmm. Like he's seeing everything is easy, and then he just finds the guy right in the front corner of the end zone. It's just like I don't know what you do against him. Like he looked like it, like in San Francisco, kind of like Joe Montana, where he can get outside the pocket a little bit and extend plays. He's so accurate, everything's on time. Like I don't know why people hate on him. He's an awesome quarterback.
He's getting better at dancing.
Yeah.
He had a lot of opportunities to hit the Douglas tonight, and he did. Douglas, he did.
Yeah. What do you think of Trapillo so far?
I think he's a good player. First off, I don't think people understand how fucking large he is.
He's a big man.
He is so big. Like, he uses his length well. He's never in a hurry. He's not Tyron Smith or Trent Williams, but that's not a bad thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, sometimes when you're those guys, you're so physically gifted that sometimes the technical aspect of your game goes out the window. I think Ozzie Trapillo has a real understanding of technique and why we do things a certain way. And I think that Rochar, the O-line coach, has these guys on a strict regimen in terms of the way they approach their techniques and the tools they have at their disposal. He's not just out there flying blind like a rookie. He's well coached. He's playing next to a future Hall of Famer in Joe Thuney, who I would imagine, I never got to play next to Joe, but I'd imagine that's it's like taking an anti-anxiety medication every day. Joe, he's just very chill, very smart, another technically savvy guy. It's kind of a dream spot to be in for Ozzie, and he's made the most of it.
Yeah, honestly, that the way I was watching the whole time with him and Thuney right there, the whole time, the confidence that he could have knowing that it looked like Thuney was helping Dahlman initially, then he would pop back.
Joe's like this.
Yes.
Pressure key, visual key.
Yes, dude. And he's always there for Trapillo.
You know what that does, Eddie? So here, I'm going to take my headset out.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm a right tackle and I'm setting the left defensive end and I want to be aggressive, I'm going to go attack him. And the only way that I can attack him is if I know that I got my buddy in my fucking hip pocket.
Yeah.
And Ozzie's buddy, when he goes to shoot his shot on if he loses here, is a Hall of Famer. So they have an understanding pre-snap. And some offensive linemen have this conversation pre-snap, or when they get the play call, or they see the down and distance, or they see who the guy is. I used to wait for the guy to break the huddle, and if he lined up at a tight 3 technique, I would let my tackle know. I would say Jordan, or Kobe. I would name a basketball player, and I would jump set the 3 technique. Now, when you hear jump sets coming as a tackle, you say, okay, Kyle's going to get on that guy. He's not going to be in my hip pocket. Now you can set for the inside out, run him by. Mm-hmm. You run him by. And me as a guard, I have to maintain the integrity of the pocket on the jump set. If I have a loose 3, or if I have a shade and the center's there with me, you and me are blocking that guy. I'm blocking him with my eyes, but you're going to block him. And if something happens, when you go sell out on him, I'm fucking him up. And there's nothing he can do about it. I don't care who lines up out there. We're going to be all right. That's the beauty of offensive line, and that's the beauty of having teammates. And Ozzie has a great one with Joe Thuney.
Yeah, it was happening all night.
Yeah.
Like, happening all night. That's why I just looked over and I was like, man, Thuney's so fucking good. Like, he's just always there.
Yeah.
Never out of position, never in a hurry, always sure of his next step. I mean, that's what you want with an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
I know you just spent a little time in Kansas City, but did you overlap with him there at all?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What was he like as a guy?
He is very well read. He enjoys playing chess on his stool in his locker. And we had Laurent Duvernay Tardif. Do you remember the Canadian doctor that was on the Chiefs? He went back to Canada to fight COVID during he was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was another smart guy. Him and Thuney would just play fucking chess and hang out. I mean, I think Tooney's the only guy in his family who's not a doctor or like a surgeon is Joe Thuney. So they probably scoff at his profession.
What was it like hanging in that conversation with those guys?
I mean, it's great. And, Joe is like the comedian's best friend. Anything you say, any joke you say, no matter how bad or good it is, he will laugh. He'll give you a good jolly belly laugh. Like, Joe's a great friend like that. Yeah, I wish everybody got to experience a teammate like Joe Thuney.
Yeah. No, he's the man. He's the man. And what do you realistically, and this is such a mindfuck of a weekend because we're recording now for the first time. Like, we just clinched, like 24 hours ago. You clinched the NFC North, and then you lose that game.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to talk about things right now, but overall, like, I'm hoping Luther Burton's okay, but things are fine. The sky is not falling. And you don't feel that way, obviously.
Guys, we have seen the sky falling before.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anything, it's raining. It's a sun shower right now.
But
is what I would say.
But Kyle, here's the thing though. You get in, you just never know in this league. Like, realistically, like 18, we didn't think that window would be as short as it was, right? Did you
this ain't 18.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is either.
You say that because of the coach and quarterback combo?
I think that there is more continuity on the offensive line. I think that the group up front is better. And I think that there is no ceiling for the quarterback. And Mitch had a fantastic 2018.
Mm-hmm.
We enjoyed a lot of prolific offensive days with that group, and the defense was fantastic. But I just feel like this group moving forward, the window's big.
Yeah.
It's a big window, and we're just getting started. We're just scratching the surface. Caleb's getting better every week. I really believe that. We've gotten production out of guys like DeAndre Swift, which, last year I was kind of like, we got to stop getting this guy the ball.
Yeah,
He's
me too.
not even going to where you're. Clearly, Rochar's got these guys blocking the right people. Eric Bieniemy's on their ass in the running back room. One thing EB used to always say in Kansas City, we're going to fucking detail the details. And guys would be like, here we go again, detailing the details. But that shit matters.
Yeah.
That shit matters, boy. You better listen to Eric Bieniemy. You better get your head on right. You better come ready to work if you're on the Bears, because Ben Johnson has one standard. His standard is extremely high, and they will meet it. The people he brings in, they will meet it.
Yeah. No, you're right. And one thing does not equate to the other with 18 and now. I understand
We
that.
can draft rushers. They don't grow Caleb's on trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. We were talking about that with Big Cat in the cave too, where it's like when you're talking about the window, it's like you feel pretty good with Ben Johnson and Caleb. It's just about, can you get the defense up to a standard where it's like at least, a top half of the NFL, because you might be onto something, because this running game is special. It's been special all year. And Ben Johnson had the quote maybe a month, maybe 6 weeks ago, where it's like, we had like the passing game is holding us back. We have to have the passing game be able to complement the running game. Tonight it was the passing game. Like, it was Caleb and those wide receivers and the tight ends like driving the bus. And I think that was the first game this whole year. I don't really count the Dallas game for that because that was a couple of bombs. But that was the first game where it was like Caleb Williams is carrying the offense. And so now it's just like, well, then how good, if you have the league's best rushing attack and you have a quarterback that can put in a performance like that, like how good can this offense really get?
Yeah, I said it before in another pod. Having the Bears having a quarterback who's able to take advantage of the free play, like Caleb has done,
Yeah,
it gets my dick hard, dude. It's crazy. Yes.
I was in the Uber on the way home from the fucking, or I had just landed. I don't know. I was either about to land, just landed, or in the Uber, and the fucking free play happened. And Kyle Shanahan was bitching about it coming out of half. Actually, was that before the half? Yeah, he was bitching about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It all blends together at this point. But you see that, and you do like that new thing. What's the guy's name from Mad Men who's in the meme right now where he's dancing?
John
in the club?
Hamm, yeah, John Hamm.
I closed my eyes when he threw it, and it was like Aaron Rodgers threw the ball, and then our guy comes down with it. It doesn't get any better than that, bud. Come on,
dude. That's what I'm saying. We've been on the other end of Rodgers doing that shit for so long, and I have Caleb do that multiple times this year. It doesn't get old. It doesn't get old.
Yeah,
that's a kid who grew up watching Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
100%,
definitely,
1,000%,
for sure.
As much as we don't want to admit it.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's true though.
That's true.
We've been on the wrong end of that probably 1,000 times with that guy. So
yes, Kyle, dude, thanks so much for staying up with us. It's past midnight in the East Coast.
Absolutely.
Any final thoughts before we let you go?
Final thoughts. I'm calling my first NFL game next week.
Let's go.
For CBS. I'm not sure what game it is, though, but stay tuned. It'll be the bottom slot of the CBS lineup. I'll be there, though. It's a regional game. Find a way, pirate the game. Find a way to get it. Your boy's going to be off.
We'll do quad box, but make sure the sound's on your game.
And if you guys know me at all, what you guys do, I'm an absolute idiot. So I have fooled some people to get into this position, and I'm really excited about it. I got my CBS jacket right here.
Oh, let's see it. Let's see it.
I love those jackets.
Yeah, with the little patch on the breast. Oh, that's sharp, Kyle.
Big Poppy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Was your pops fired up?
Yeah, I mean, well, here's the thing. Okay, so dad, studio guy.
Yeah.
It's like your buddy that eats the same breakfast every day. The studio guys, they're in the same seat with the same people. They do the same production meeting. They cover the same, every week. For how long has he been doing it?
25 years. As long as I can remember. Yeah.
1995. That's 30 years.
Yeah.
I mentioned to him, because I've been doing studio, and I mentioned to him, I'd like to call games. And he was like, buddy, you're insane. That's so much more work. That's so, it's a lot more work, and you got to know everything. When okay, Kyle, what do you think about the Packers-Vikings matchup? I've been like, Packers are a better team. I'm not convinced. J.J. McCarthy's the guy, and it's a shame Justin Jefferson isn't in the Pro Bowl. And they're like, all right, let's move on to the next game. You call a game, you got to know everybody.
Yeah.
You got to know where the guy coming in for him is from, where he went to school, like what position he played. And that kind of scares me a little bit, but usually when I'm scared, I'm excited, and I'm excited about this. And yeah, I felt like sharing it with you guys. I've done so much with Barstool, and you guys have seen me go from just an idiot that was like trying to remember my cleats for practice to a guy who's like, I'm calling an NFL game next Sunday. It's pretty crazy.
Damn, going from the gamer headset to the big headset.
Yeah, true.
I got my Arc Raiders headset right here. This will be coming on right after this Zoom ends.
I love it, dude.
Yeah.
You're the man, dude. I'm so excited.
You guys have a good one.
Yeah, you too, man. Appreciate you.
Have a good one.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, same to you.
See you in the playoffs.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's take a quick break to talk about ChevyDriveChicago.com. Chevy Drive Chicago is everything you need to shop and buy smart at your local Chevy dealer. Great styles, the latest tech. You'll look good and feel good about what you're driving. Now is the time to go into the Chevy family of EVs. They got the Equinox EV, the Blazer EV, and the Silverado EV. Take advantage of all incentives today. Don't wait. Go to ChevyDriveChicago.com to find your local dealer and drive one today. How'd that Blazer treat you on the ride up to St. Charles?
Oh, no problems whatsoever. Also, I had it loaded with Christmas presents all the whole holiday season. Thing was great. A little bit of rain this week. Just click that thing into four-wheel drive. It's been perfect. So the trunk, the storage, everything has been awesome.
Beautiful. And let me tell you right now, we have some massive Chevy news that will be dropping soon.
It's big news.
Yes, it's big news. So,
pay attention. It's big news.
Pay attention to this podcast. Pay attention to Barstool Chicago YouTube, Dog Walk, all of it, because ChevyDriveChicago.com, big stuff's happening 2026. So head to ChevyDriveChicago.com to find your local dealer today. Everybody, Mr. Pibb is back, and it's bolder than ever. Mr. Pibb delivers a bold kick of cherry. It's got an intense sweet cherry flavor with hints of caramel and a lingering spicy finish. It's sweet with a bite, made for those who want more personality in their soda. And it also has 35% more caffeine, sweet cherry up front, spicy fizz on the follow. Mr. Pibb, available now at a store near you. Have you tried it yet, Chief?
Oh, brother.
It's good stuff.
I know my way around a Mr. Pibb.
It's good stuff. I had a 12-pack there. During the holidays, the whole household enjoyed it. It was awesome. So like I said, available at a store near you. Taste a bold kick of cherry and enjoy your Mr. Pibb.
He's the man.
The man.
The man.
That was Kyle Long. All right.
Also, so smart. He's making fun of himself for being dumb when he's doing those passing sets and talking about like the different blocking strategy. I was like, this is fucking awesome.
Football.
Yeah.
Speaks football.
Guy who knows it.
That was awesome. Thanks so much. I texted him this morning to do that, and he just jumped on with us, no problem. So I really, really appreciate that. I'm excited for this game now.
Yep.
All right, so what's the plan now? So White Sox Dave is in Panama City Beach, Florida?
California.
Not really. So he's
in Panama by the canal.
Panama by the canal, and he's like, we're like, dude, just take the show off. Like, we got Kyle Long, and if you guys watch his show, White Sox Dave, he's not going to be unheard.
Yeah.
So what is he coming on? Is he leaving us a video? What's going on?
I'm gonna send him a link, and he'll join us for a few.
Okay. All right. So does he got something? What's going on? Do
we even know what time it is in Panama?
No, I don't know. It's like I would whatever. We'll see what he says in a little bit. Man, dude, I just can't stop thinking about Luther Burden, and I know like this podcast is going to go live right after, so there might be an answer by the time you guys listen or wherever. But
carting off is
that's just you just hope that you don't get the bad news because he's needed, man.
Well, and it was his coming out party.
Yeah, I know, and that
was electric tonight.
Yeah, and I'm not saying this, and obviously DJ was the guy in that Packers game, but like he's kind of made more of an impact than DJ so far. Like
I would agree.
I the numbers might not back that up, but
no, but it's just,
at least in the last few weeks, it feels that way.
when he has the ball in his hand, I just assume there's an extra 7 yards coming after that. So he's so huge on yards after catch, third and medium type of plays, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, because you could throw it to him, at the line of scrimmage and trust that he's going to pick up the yards. And he had the big one on the sideline where he kind of slid, kind of almost butt first, made that play. Like, he had huge plays all throughout the game, and it was like that was a game where it's like you can't blink, because it felt like anytime if you didn't score, it felt like the game was over. And aside from the one drop, he was perfect. That was his one blink. And Loveland, the 2 rookies, had blinks on that last drive, and that really kind of was the difference in the game.
Yeah, and I mean, we could get into that first. Like, let's talk about the bad, right? And it sucked. I hate doing this when we just won the fucking North. Like, I know, 24 hours ago. It sucks.
How about you want to positive spin on the bad?
Yeah.
How we have to, where it sucks after we just clinched the North. Yeah. We have higher aspirations now.
Yeah, for sure.
We're on to the playoffs. I think people are, starting to dream big, because
that's a great team.
Look at Panama Dave.
God, dude. What's going on? What Panama City Beach, Florida, right?
We got no audio on Dave.
Florida.
Oh, there we go.
With all the rednecks. It's awesome. It's awesome.
How is it, Club La Vela?
Dude, I don't want to give you too many compliments. This might be the best your beard has ever looked.
I was going to say, it's really, really
the beard, the hat, like you kind of look like a guy who should be in Cuba.
Yeah, there are a lot of Cubans here, so I kind of am in Cuba.
Okay.
But this place kind of rocks nevertheless. We don't need to get into the whole vacation thing too much. I'll say this: the food, fucking unbelievable. Like, it's blowing me away how good the food is out here. It's almost as good as Caleb Williams looked. Sans 1 or 2 throws tonight. But does anybody really give a shit about that loss? Like, in typical manner, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you want to win the game, right?
When you're that close,
of course.
It's one of the. I was saying this, I think, to Lance before we started recording. But if he pulls off that drive,
exactly,
you're just like, this team's invincible. Like that,
exactly.
You have this era of just like, maybe we are going to win the Super Bowl.
Right.
And I am kind of thinking that anyways, if I'm being honest, because I just think this team there's just something about them, and they got things to clean up for sure. But yeah, if you win that game, you get another good, better, best, and the whole thing, and it's just like, all right, one more, and the 1 seed's still on the table in theory, and you're locked into the 2 seed, and you're feeling pretty fucking good. Now you have to like play guys in the Lions game if you want that 2 seed.
Yeah, which I do want the 2 seed. I do want Green Bay. I like, that's one of the takeaways that I came with from today's game. One, what you just said, the Bears can play with absolutely anybody in this fucking league. I don't care who it is. And 2, the NFC West is way better than the Green Bay Packers. The 2 teams in the Rams, and then the Seahawks, and then
the 3 teams out there.
Then the Niners. So the 3 teams. So, like, I know we kind of talked about, like, I always wanted to play the Packers because I think you're sort of playing with house money right now with how the Bears are with this, like, how the season's kind of turned out.
I don't agree.
If you lose to them in the playoffs,
not necessarily. I mean, yeah, you're at the playoffs.
You got a big bat in the cave.
That kind of flushes.
Obviously, that's all true. However, like, they've exceeded expectations. Give me the fucking Packers. Like, I was saying, give me the Packers over then because I want to beat the Packers. Now I'm saying, give me the Packers over these teams because the Packers are nowhere as good as those teams.
I agree with that. I wish someone else was the 7th seed, I guess, is my
sure. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. But it is like, yeah, like, I want the 2 seed, and I want, as good as those teams are, I'd like to play them in Chicago in January. And if you're the 2 seed, you're going to have in theory, the divisional round will be in Soldier Field too if you take care of business. So that's very, very important.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
It's a lot of fun right now, though. Like, I mean, we're sitting here, and I think it's such a loser mentality to, like, be happy after a loss. But you're like, fuck, man. Like, even though we lost, you know that you could have had that game, and it's like, give me more of it. The Bears are, and we're about to see a lot of fun for a lot of years, I think.
So once again, this was on a national stage where, like, I don't know how anyone watching that can't be like, oh wow, the Bears are pretty decent. Like, I don't know how you watch it.
And how was it with Stephen Shea out there?
Stephen Shea had to shut the fuck up
he was pretty quiet
because Caleb was awesome.
Yeah, and it's for all the reasons people who don't watch him with a microscope say he isn't awesome.
Yeah.
He was on time. It was in the pocket. Like, the athleticism, avoiding sacks, awesome as always. Like, the guy's just a stud.
Yeah.
He's a stud, man.
It was kind of funny. Like, Stephen Shea had one moment where Caleb scrambled for a first down, and Stephen Shea was like, he should do that more. It's like, dude, you've been saying all fucking year that...
Like, oh, he's really fast.
Yeah, we know, but you've been saying all fucking year that he has to play better from in the pocket. Then he makes one good play with his legs, and you're like, he should do that more after he's been in the pocket all goddamn day.
Yeah,
so it's like
he's a banana head.
But I think that is the epitome of the Caleb Williams haters. When he plays from the pocket, he has his best game from the pocket, he should run more. When he's running too much and extending plays, he's got to play on time, play in the pocket. So the fact that he's learning and growing and able to do both, like, it goes back to what Ben Johnson said. I've said it before, but he said after that Detroit game, he's like, we're going to be playing our best football in December. Caleb certainly is.
Yeah, I actually have a note on this about Caleb and Kenjack from our wub last week, but let's get to the nuts and bolts first, and we'll end with that. But Dave, thanks for jumping in. I mean, go enjoy your vacation.
One more thing. I don't know if you guys saw while you were recording. I know Kyle hopped on.
Yeah.
Lance told me.
Yep.
Awesome. But Burden is good to go, I'm pretty sure. He was interviewing in the locker room. I'm like 90. No diagnosis yet, but like, he was interviewing. He's like, yeah, I'm just super tired. Like, I'm guessing it was cramps.
It says Luther Burden has avoided major injury.
Okay.
Yeah, he was interviewed, and he like wasn't in a cast or nothing like that. Like, they had microphones in his face, and he was just being normal. So
Jesus.
So thank God for that, because like, the loss sucked, but my focus was instantly on that, because I think like, yeah, Caleb was awesome tonight, but that was a Luther Burden game, aside from the one bad drop.
For
obviously.
sure. No, like, that's how I
who
said.
Saw that, that's the number one wide receiver right there.
Dude, that's literally what I said. I was like, this is like this whole podcast is just the black cloud hanging over.
Yeah, because you need him.
Yeah,
like,
you do. So
you have to have him. Yeah, but I mean, as of right now, it's 12:30 p.m. or a.m. my time. I think he's good. So
he's just tired as hell. He said.
Yeah,
he gave it his all.
Yeah.
So. All right, Dave. Thanks for jumping on, man. Enjoy the trip and get back here for the playoffs, man.
Adios.
I will
Dave.
see you guys in a couple of days. Adios, amigos. We'll catch you soon. Bear down.
See ya. Hey, Chief. What's the hardest part of eating enough protein every day?
Honestly, just getting it in, getting enough. It's really hard to do with just your normal meals.
So listen, if you're one of those people that's trying to hit their protein goals every day, and you realize you've only had carbs, you need to get in the Huel action, okay? Start using Huel. It's a high-protein starter kit from Huel. It's 5 Black Edition ready-to-drink plus the Black Edition chocolate powder.
Ooh.
And it's honestly the first thing that's made it easy for everyone to stay consistent and getting their protein in. And by the way, Huel just launched in Target nationwide, so you can actually grab the ready-to-go bottles.
I saw it there today.
The ready-to-drink bottles?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
You get it straight off the shelf, which makes life a lot easier. So here's how to use the bundle. On days you're running out the door or heading to the gym, just grab a Black Edition ready to drink. It's a complete meal, 35 grams of protein, 27 essential vitamins and minerals, no artificial sweeteners, and it's actually tastes good. Plus, it's shockingly filling for something you don't have to prep. Then on days when you're home or you want a little thicker or colder, something thicker or colder or a little more customizable, use the Black Edition powder. Honestly, it just makes hitting your protein goals a lot less stressful. Get Huel's full high-protein starter kit online with our code STRETCH20 for 20% off at Huel.com/stretch20. New customers only. Thank you to Huel for partnering and supporting our show. Also, hey, Chief, one of my favorite gifts to get as a kid was always a Lids gift card.
Oh, that's the best. The little stocking stuffer with those were great. And they have one right on Addison Street, right by me now. So walking into a Lids, you just see the wall full of hats. You know you're going to find probably 5-6 that you love.
I love that. I'm a big mall guy. I went to the Harlem Irving Plaza. Awesome Lids there. I went to Woodfield. They got a couple lids there, actually. It's great stuff.
Yep.
And they got that new 47 NFL collection. I saw someone I was with the other day. They had a good, better, best hat. It was sick.
Nice.
47 brand was awesome. Real sleek, real clean. So, yeah, get all caps, all jerseys, all holiday, only at Lids. From exclusive team gear to custom gifts, there's no better place to turn up your holiday style than Lids. Lids has you covered. Go get it. And, 47 brand hats. That's the move.
Clutch.
You guys know we love 47,
Yep.
so go get your 47 brand hats.
Get over to Lids and get yourself some NFC North Championship.
That's his hat I'm wearing right now. Everyone asked me, where'd you get that hat?
Lids.
47.
Duh.
Lids, yes. All right, so back to kind of what we were saying, like picking some nits here. Like, I mean, Deshaun Wright in coverage is just
abysmal.
Yeah.
And it's like there's not that the Pro Bowl matters, but he obviously didn't make the Pro Bowl, and that was a discussion point last week. And it's like, how does a guy that creates that many turnovers, he's had such a huge impact on the team, and then you watch him in coverage, you're like, that's why.
I know, and I like it almost feels dirty saying that because he's a guy who stepped up as a reserve, and has had so many big moments for us.
He's been incredible. They're not where they are clearly without him.
Yeah, but I remember saying that even after the Bengals game. I was like, man, I want to unsubscribe from this guy. Like, and, and I remember talking to Lou on Fox about it, and he's like, well, we got no one else, so that's the way it is. And then ever since then, like, he's definitely made me eat my fucking shirt on it. But he's just not up to snuff on coverage, man.
No, it's like,
he's just not.
It's kind of one of those things where it's like, if he's your fourth corner, you feel pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
If he's your starting, if he's your starting boundary corner, like, you're in a little bit of trouble. And they were, like, Ricky Pearsall had him spinning all night long.
I know.
So
that's why Kyler's so important, dude. You get Kyler back. It's Kyler, Jalen, Byard, and Jaquan Brisker, and then obviously Stevenson's your fifth. So,
right, but it does look like Nahshon has jumped. I mean, Stevenson was healthy tonight.
He played.
Yeah,
he played.
But Nahshon has jumped him in for that number 2 corner.
But that might be a scheme thing,
maybe,
I think, too.
Maybe.
Like maybe he just fits Dennis Allen's scheme better in that slot. I don't know. But
and
you could be right.
But I think the playmaking is undeniable.
You're right.
He's got a nose for the ball, and it's just like you can't take that away. And it's like in jump ball situations, it's just like San Francisco is the team with Kyle Shanahan, all the mesh things, they're gonna pick him apart.
Mm-hmm.
And they did. But when you're playing, Christian Watson, who's not doing as much of that, and that's like more of a physical. We're doing jump balls, we're doing 9 routes, we're doing stuff like that. Then like Nahshon's, probably a better player than Stevenson.
Yeah. So that's one. I don't know if we could ping pong this if you want. Is there anything that comes to the top of your head?
I mean, I thought the rush defense, like Chris McCaffrey was doing whatever he wanted. He's special. Like he's going to get his. But the front four in general has been. There's
a lot to be.
They got to fix that.
Yeah.
And I was really encouraged by what we saw towards the end of last year from Gervon Dexter. Like he's fucking nowhere. Like I know he's second on the team in sacks, but I was expecting him to be like an impact type of guy, and maybe that's some scheme stuff too. Or if he was doing more one gap last year under Eberflus, I don't know. But he doesn't look to be like as much of a disruptor, and that kind of goes for everybody. Sweat's a $100 million man. He doesn't look like it. I like Austin Booker, but
still pretty raw,
and I like him more like situationally. I love his motor. He had the two actual hits on Purdy.
They hurried him on that 3rd and 7.
He got a hand on him, so I was counting that as a hit. That was a big play, and then he had the 1 sack, which that was another thing too, where Purdy. He was just like seeing everything that most quarterbacks in that situation, like that's a strip sack.
Yeah, and they get
but
obliterated.
He just felt it and he protected the ball and took the sack. But it was just like, God damn, like that was a clean shot on the quarterback, and he managed to feel that pressure at a nanosecond before that, the impact.
Yeah, that was pretty by him. He just went down. You're right. That was
heady.
Yeah, it was. Obviously the Gardner Johnson. What was it?
Hands to the face.
Hands to the face.
Yeah.
Contact.
But that one, like, there are hands to the face, or you especially see it in the offensive line where they're like, you're trying to break that guy's neck off. It did, and Kyle Long said something similar too, where it was just like he's trying to like get a jam on somebody, his hand just kind of slipped up and went in the guy's face, and it's just, I'm sure there's plays that happens all the time over the course of a game. It doesn't get called. He did it. It's a penalty, but it's just like fuck, like that could have been the difference in the game.
The alarming part is just how easy it was for the Niners at times.
They did whatever.
There was one drive where they had 2 plays for 66 yards.
Yeah.
It was that one McCaffrey ripped, and then Brock Purdy ripped the second one for like 10 yards.
Yeah.
You can't allow a 2-play touchdown drive.
No, I know.
You just fucking can't.
Yeah. But it's like that's where we've always said all year it's been the bend don't break. And like when you play a Kyle Shanahan, Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey team, they're the type of team that carves up the bend don't breaks.
Yeah, you're right.
Because there's just guys just fly open, and when you have a guy who's seeing everything, and Purdy looked so confident and everything too, it was just like he was playing in slow motion.
Yeah, it's an incredibly deceiving defense.
Yeah,
incredibly deceiving because we've seen how poor it could be at times, and we've also seen that on the backs of these turnovers, it's kind of made their whole season.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's a strange spot. So I guess then there's 2 other parts we can get into. So, I don't think there was any real debate in real time about going for it instead of taking the field goal.
No,
even though it's one of those things where you just knew 3 wasn't going to be enough against this team.
Yeah,
because what would tell you otherwise? We haven't stopped them at all, like you said.
But I know. But what was the down and distance on that?
I don't have it. You got it in front of you, Lance? The down and distance on that field goal.
It wasn't like 3.
I know on the second down is the play that they ran the little underhand to an un guy that didn't work.
So I think it was like 7. I think it was like.
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
that sounds about right. Like a third and 7 situation. They ran that, and like I know people scoff at shit like that, but. Dude, Ben Johnson.
I just trust Ben Johnson.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's if you're gonna doubt that one, then you don't get to have fun on the hook and ladder either.
Yeah,
exactly. Because that was a big balls kind of play too.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's they had 3 critical errors on that last drive where Caleb missed Duvernay, which he probably scores. That looked wide open. Him with that speed, he probably scores. The Loveland drop, which, again, that gets you probably in the red zone with even more time. So you're not running up to the goal line to spike it to get one last play off. And then, they took that timeout on 4th and 5, which I think was the right call, too, to get your best play. They convert. But it's like, man, if you had caught those other 2, then you're not having to burn that timeout. And it was, it's like the butterfly effect thing. It's just like if you make those little plays, then you're going to be just fine.
Yeah. And, I mean, do you consider it an error on Ben when he went for the timeout instead of spiked it there initially? Because we could have used that timeout later on.
Which
we ran a lot of time off the clock when we tried to run the play at the end there. Remember, he opted to go timeout instead of just
at 12 seconds.
It was earlier than that. I don't have the exact time.
I want to say it was like 25. It was right after we completed a pass to Colson Loveland, and we were all yelling "spike" in the cave, and then they used a timeout.
Yeah,
timeout. I would say that was a little mismanaged. I think you spiked there because obviously you can only keep if you're on the inside of the field, you got to call a timeout.
Yeah,
or else you're just going to get smoked. And we kind of did on that last play because then we only had one shot there.
Because that was the hook and was that the hook and ladder to get down to the goal line or 2-yard line or whatever it was?
Was that? I believe so. I don't know the exact sequence of the events. I just know the Bears were in a position where if they would have spiked it initially and they used the timeout later, we probably could have saved some time and had a couple more shots there.
Yeah. CJ Gardner Johnson just quote tweeted someone saying on the illegal hands to the face, BS call, shake my head.
Did he?
Yeah.
I saw it. He's going to be blocked.
He's got you blocked? Yeah, that's right. Well, you were talking shit when he was in Philly, right?
No. It had to be. I thought about it. I was like, because I didn't say anything about him this year. He's obviously our guy, but it had to be from when the Javon Wims Nickelodeon.
Oh, yeah.
That's the guy that Wims punched.
Yeah.
I probably said something bullshit about him then.
Probably should have directed your anger at Wims.
Yeah, probably. But CJ, he's he's an antagonist.
But that was like he's just jamming Pierce all off the line. I kind of agree with him on that.
Sure. No, for sure. I'm just going through my notes here. There was one bad time Dahlman let through some like instant pressure on third down.
Yeah. Caleb had 2 other ones that he sailed too. But
yeah,
like, he was so awesome today. Like nobody's perfect. Like he was.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. And I mean, the game, we didn't even, that was such an awesome game, and there were so many critical plays. We didn't even fucking mention that the fucking game opened with a pick six.
Yeah.
Absolutely absurd by
Yeah.
TJ Edwards.
And that kind of like changed my whole perspective, like attitude towards that game, because I was not expecting them to win today, like heading into the game.
Didn't feel like it,
Yeah.
right? And we
Just
got to
like-
be honest with ourselves about this shit. It just didn't feel.
Right. And it's like kind of just because there was like, well, what are you playing for? You know, like you just won the division, you just beat Green Bay. I know it's prime time, it's the end of the year, all that kind of stuff, but it did, and San Francisco was fucking good. So it just felt like, you know, if you lose, you know, 31-21, like I would not have been like surprised by that kind of an outcome.
And I want let's talk about feelings for a second here, because I think everyone, as Bears fans, you get those, you just know what it feels like. You've been through the motion so many times. I don't know if I felt this way before the game, because when we found out Tyler Huntley was playing, I think we thought we had a much better shot against the Ravens.
Yeah.
But do you remember? I remember all of us sitting there during that game being like, this is not a.
No,
This
totally.
wasn't a win. It just felt like a losing game.
Yeah.
And that's how that felt pre-game today. And once we got going, it was like, oh no, we're in this
game.
So that's kind of the difference. And I think the progression of this team has done mid-season to the end of the season.
I think so too. So you had I thought the 2 big plays for the Bears in that game were obviously the pick 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then we talked about it with Kyle, where they jump off sides,
The free play.
which I think should have been encroachment. I think they touched the line. I think it probably should have been whistled dead. But just Caleb presence of mind, and he finds, like, slings it to Loveland for a touchdown. It's like, holy shit. Like, we're going score for score with an offense that's done it for years now with Kyle Shanahan. And we're, you know, it's a shootout. It's a slug, you know, like a heavyweight fight. Like, just someone said in the cave, whoever has the ball last is going to win, and the Bears were damn close. I've seen a lot of. Have you seen the screenshots of on the last play, DJ?
I haven't seen that
Oh,
yet.
dude,
He's open.
30 yards. You know, on the he had the drag going across the to the far end, so he ended up where the play didn't. But it's almost kind of like the Jade Walker, like Caleb scrambled to his left. If he was able to just like hold it for a sec, I mean, he was so fucking open.
Yeah.
So fucking open. But it's like, what are you going to do?
I know. And then I think everyone, we're in lockstep right there. Like, of course you want to win the game, but like, I love 18. I love Ben Johnson. I love so many guys on this team. And we won the fucking NFC North 24 hours ago.
Kings of the North.
I know. And it's I honestly, especially with the NFL now, there's fucking 3 Christmas games.
Yeah.
There's 2 Saturday games.
I don't think I liked this week as an NFL fan.
No, like the spread of the schedule.
Yeah, like
far as
there was only 2 3:00 games today, you know, afternoon games.
Yeah.
Like there just wasn't like a ton of action.
Yeah, no, there really wasn't, and it got to the point where, especially everyone knows, like the common joke, like nobody knows what day it is.
Yeah,
but like it slipped me for a second that the Packers were playing that game, especially because I knew Lamar was out. So I kind of thought it was a foregone conclusion that the Packers were going to win that one. I got to I went to dinner at like a sports bar, and it was the third quarter, and I looked up and I was like, "Holy fuck!" Immediately I texted our merch girls. I was like, "Hey, Paul Allison, we gotta hit the alert button. I think the Bears are clinching today."
Yeah,
you know, I'm like, I'm sorry, it's 10:30 on Saturday.
Yeah,
they're like, "Fuck it, let's do it." So, very unexpected Saturday. It was awesome, but it was just
it's a little like anticlimactic in a way.
So anticlimactic.
Yeah.
You know? It's one of those where you wish.
I'm fine with how it went.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it
but
is.
it'd be. If you could dream it up, you'd win it on the field. Kind of.
Yeah, for sure.
But
and you have that
we'll
celebration.
take it. Yeah.
That celebration moment after a game.
Yeah, and you could say that they won on the field head to head at Soldier.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that really was.
But it's just, and I said this, I took this to our group chat as soon as it happened, but it's crazy how this has gone from, this is the scariest 3-game stretch of all time.
It didn't fucking matter.
It didn't make it to the second game.
Yeah.
we clinched and not even clinched the North before the second game.
Well, you're sitting there with 10 wins, and it's like Big Cat was saying here on this show for weeks. Like, I don't know if 11 wins is going to do it. Yeah. And the Lions just kind of went without a whimper. They just died, and the Packers kind of too. So the Packers are going to be in. I love Mikey Betts calling them the Bulls of the NFC. They're just the perpetual 7-seed expanded playoff team. But yeah, it's been an unbelievable year. It's probably the most fun. This has to be the most fun year as a Bears fan, right? At least since like the Urlacher, we let him off the hook year because that was like Hester and that defense, but like
definitely the most surprised I've been. Because
right.
There was so like obviously after 2 weeks I thought we were left for dead.
Yeah.
And then even in between we had some crazy wins, and then we've had some really, really, really shitty defensive performances. I'm like, guys, this is still bullshit.
Like Flacco threw for a career high.
Exactly.
And they won the game.
I know. I remember thinking that at the time. I was like, I don't know what's going on. And I think I said in the show, I was like, I'm so conflicted. I was like, I like Caleb. I like Ben. I don't fucking love that we have a defense that's given up 50 points and we still don't have a pass rusher on the fucking roster. And in spite of that all, the team has turned a corner. And that's where I know we're going to get to a point in the future here
where this is good enough.
Well, yes, that, and I know we're going to get just a little podcast inside baseball, or White Sox Dave's going to fucking get on his fucking grandstand and talk about how he called this. He really didn't, though.
No.
He didn't. He said it was going to happen initially, and it didn't fucking happen initially.
No.
It happened faster than I thought for sure. But I think I think we were on the same page that the Ascension we will see throughout the year, and it did happen.
It did happen, and it was really the Philly game after Thanksgiving. Like, that was the game where I was like, oh, fuck, are the Bears good?
Exactly. That's where everything changed.
Yeah, because that was a game against the defending champs. They just dominated them.
Yeah, everything changed that day.
On the road, in national TV. It was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And then the Packers game obviously was like a game you'll remember for the rest of your life. But then it's like because the knock was they're barely beating bad teams.
Yeah.
And then they start beating good teams.
And then listen, even that Packers loss.
Yeah, that's it.
Still sat there, we're like, hey, this is still fucking different.
Yep. And that was up there, so.
Mm-hmm. You take care of business against the Steelers and Vikings. You beat the brakes off the Browns. Like, this team has done nothing but prove me fucking wrong in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And I'm just happy we're really seeing the ascension right now.
And I think, we said we'd be happy with 7 wins. So in a way, this is all gravy. Like, obviously, you just want to see how what the ceiling is. How far can this really go? It's been such a dream season. But like Kyle was saying, I do think that the window is so wide open. And you think about all the things that have been nagging this team all year. Like, obviously, we've picked apart the defense. The penalties, okay? Like, that's been cleaned up substantially, but it wasn't great against the Packers last week.
Mm-hmm. But
it's like, if you could do like the little things where you stop beating yourselves, it's like this team could be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And your 2 big weapons today were Luther Burden and Colson Loveland. They're both rookies. Your left tackle is a rookie. So it's like you got 3 kind of critical players on rookie deals plus your quarterback. Like, you have an opportunity. And Rome.
Top 10 pick.
Yeah. You have an opportunity. Like, you even like kind of not forget about him, but it's just like that's your number 1 wide receiver, and you don't hardly miss him. You scored 38 points without him. So you're, I do think that we're just scratching the surface. You got to get the D-line better. You got to get the secondary better, and hopefully that happens in this offseason. It's like we could be in for a good run of football here in Chicago.
Yeah, I think so. And you're right. And that's the first thing you said was that we will get to a point where it won't be good enough, but we're not there yet.
No.
Let's fucking enjoy this
right.
ride.
Like, you see, like, fucking Max, and he's sweating and swearing, and it's like you when you listen to Max talk about the Eagles, you're like, is this a 6-win team?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, no, they won the division again.
Exactly.
And I would love to be angry about simply winning the division.
Exactly. And I mentioned in Dave's conversation, and I wanted to come back to it. We had that whole conversation. We had a conversation at Wake Up Barstool, and you were on that show. And I saw it. I don't know if you saw Ken Jack, a guy who covers movies for us. He's a big Chargers fan. He did you see this quote sheet by chance?
I don't know.
He referenced the Caleb Williams debate we had on that show where we were arguing with Shay about his takes about Caleb.
Okay.
Okay, and he was like, "Hey, I think this is a problem, a problem with like NFL fans in general. If you don't universally say that your quarterback is elite, you get mad at them," which I don't disagree with.
Yeah.
That is a big problem, but I think it's different when it comes to Caleb, and I don't think Shea does this because he's not that kind of guy. But the difference with Caleb is people hated him before he took a snap.
Yes.
And that's the people that bother me.
They hated him at SC. Oh, the fingernails. He's crying with his mom. You know, the whole thing. And then obviously last year was such a disaster, and people like to root for people to fail, especially like the Bears have been in this class of laughing stock teams with the Jets and the Browns, where it's just like you can't get right. No matter what, you can't get right. And I feel like Ben Johnson has really flipped that. And I think it was Ben Johnson did a sit down with the Sunday night. I think it might have been with Collinsworth or somebody from Sunday Night Football in the lead up to this game. Do you see that? It was like a 15-minute interview.
I did not.
And he was they spent a lot of time talking about Caleb, obviously. And he's like, we had to drill into him everything, He's like, including like just how to call the play in the huddle, like down to like your tone of voice, your inflection, like not just like, hey, here's the play, let's go run it. It's like every little detail of how you're calling that play matters. So we've talked about his footwork and all these things, and it's like he had to learn how to really play the position. We all know about like his talent, like the arm talent, the legs, the athleticism, but he never played under center in college. He didn't do it hardly at all last year. So this year they made him play under center. They make him, deliver the play in a certain way. Like everything is just so. And I think it was when you're learning so much, and the thing that he would say in training camp, he's drinking from a fire hose. Well, it wasn't just the playbook. It was literally everything that goes into that position. So now it's like his brain and personality are catching up to his talent. Yeah. And I thought tonight was his best game.
Yeah, and you're right. And it is people who naturally just like to hate.
Yeah.
Because people hear hype, they instantly start to hate.
Yeah, of course. That's
so the best prospect since Andrew Luck. Yeah. Like, people are like, oh yeah, let me see. I'll be the judge of that motherfucker. And that's people's natural reaction, unfortunately.
And I think he's also going up against what is looking to be like a very special quarterback class, where Bo Nix is in the playoffs. Drake May looks like a star. Jaden Daniels won was he won the MVP? He was Rookie of the Year. They went to the NFC Championship.
Oh, I said Drake might win the MVP.
Oh, Drake might win it. But did Jaden win it last year?
I believe so.
No.
Oh, Josh Allen won it last year.
Oh, yeah. But like he was Rookie of the Year star player. Like the
awesome.
driving force between a team that was
went to the conference final.
Pretty close to going to the Super Bowl. So it's like, holy shit, like, did we get the fourth best guy?
Yeah.
It's
a lot of nerves.
Yeah. So, but now it's just like, all right, like tonight is like what we were hoping for.
Yeah.
And it's like, we got it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Is any thoughts heading into week 18 here? I saw we got the 3:25 game.
Yeah. And I think they're on at the same time as the Eagles. So there's a ton of 3:25 starts. I think there's only like 2 noon starts that day, if I saw the tweet from Schefter correctly.
And this is only the battle for the 2 seed.
Correct. Yeah. And that's like, let me just...
Essentially, it would give us if the Bears win in the wild card weekend, we would have another home game for the divisional
right
round. So that's kind of what we're playing for.
Yeah. So it's not like you can... I just want to double check that. Eagles play the Commanders at 3:25.
Yeah.
As well. So there's no real scoreboard watching where it's like you could, if they had lost at 1 o'clock, you could rest guys. So,
yeah, and listen, the Commanders put up a little bit more of a fight on Christmas than I thought they would, but I still don't anticipate them beating the Eagles, although you never know. The Eagles have been broken at times, even though they just won.
Extra rest for them, too, after playing on Christmas. So yeah,
exactly. So we'll see. Regardless, it's fucking amazing that there's going to be a home playoff game at Soldier Field. I'm so fucking pumped that we clinched the division. We do have hoodies and T-shirts out in the store. We have an Iceman T-shirt, too.
The Iceman ones are sick.
It's really sweet. Go check those out. Store.barstoolsports.com. Just type in Chicago or Bears or whatever, and you'll see those. And, any more notes? Anything, Lance? That's it?
No, I was, same thing. Going into after week 2, it was like the least redeeming team ever. This team's got dudes, one of my favorite teams, in a really long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Legit.
It's fun.
It's fun.
They're a fun
Fall's
team.
fun.
Yeah.
Let's just fucking everyone stay healthy this week 18.
Yep.
Let's fucking get to that home playoff game.
Yeah. Let's have three home games in a row here.
That's
Lions,
go.
Packers, and hopefully
Let's
whoever.
go.
Yeah.
Bear the fuck down.
Bear down, baby.
Let's go. See you guys next week.